everything was great in the beginning. But quickly after we had kids, our sex life just fell apart. I confided in her, that I needed the intimacy and, that I felt like she was really distant. And she has told me directly that I'm needy and too sensitive. And she's very dismissive also of things that are important to me.
Yeah.
We went to counseling for a bit, and for whatever reason, she basically just told the counselor that she didn't want to continue anymore. So it stopped.
So wait, hold on. So when you're talking about what are the challenges in your relationship, and you brought up the lack of sexual intimacy, in usually these conversations are not just about doing it. They're also about like, you don't hold my hand, you leave the room when I walk in, there's not that gentle touch on my shoulder. Like, so there's a whole picture here. When you brought that up,
right,
she just said, this conversation's over, I'm out.
It wasn't that quickly, but it was brought up towards the end of one session, and then the beginning of another session, she said she just didn't want to continue anymore. And another backstory with her, what she's told me about her past is she's been was married previously, and she confided to me that her ex-husband was physically abusive. It was like a one-time occurrence, but he was. And, I've always thought, okay, well, that has something to do with it. But the thing about what she told me though about her past, it's initially, I believed her 100%. And then as time has gone on, I've come to find out over the years that she's never told anybody about it. Nobody. And she didn't want anybody else to know about it. So I don't want to say that I don't believe her, but I'm starting to question whether or not the story was 100% true or not.
Sure. I'm going to say something that's going to sound really callous. And I'm saying this as somebody who's been through my own hell and back. Trauma is very, very real. I wrote a whole book about it. And it cascades through a person's entire life and through their family tree if they don't deal with it. And it's not an excuse to shut your life down. We do not choose the trauma that happens to us. We don't choose the abuse, the marginalization. We don't choose being born in the wrong neighborhood, the wrong color, all those things. We don't choose that stuff. We do choose what comes next. And so it sounds like somewhere along the way, hell visited your wife, either before she was your wife, when she was a little kid, whatever. Or, like you said, now I'm starting to even doubt if that's even true. Here's the deal. It honestly doesn't matter. What matters is she going to look at the person she committed her life to and say, I hear you. I may not be able to sleep with you 3 times a week right now, but I also understand that I can't go through my whole life not touching my husband. I'm going to go do the work I need to do to be well.